It's that time again. We're putting the clocks forward. Let's start the show. Well, time is one of those things in life that we just can never escape. I find there's never enough of it. But in London, there's plenty of it because there are clocks absolutely everywhere. So let's take a look around. Well, you'd be forgiven for thinking that I'm standing in front of Big Ben, because I'm not. It's actually the Elizabeth Tower. Big Ben is the name of the bell contained within the tower. The famous bongs stopped in 2017 for a major refurbishment. They have only rung for special occasions since, such as New Year's Eve, but will begin again this August. The work cost £80 million to complete. If you're passing by Trafalgar Square, you will see the beautiful clock at St Martin in the Fields Church. Wow, the bells, they're ringing out at St Paul's Cathedral. Now, of course, we're not here to see the cathedral or hear the bells, but we're here for this absolutely massive clock. But I have to say, the bells really have added a little extra dimension to the show that I wasn't expecting. Now, our next stop is somewhere which every journalist should visit. Okay, I think you may know where it is. Any clues? Well, let's be fleet of foot and head down to our next stop. Well, I am, of course, talking about Fleet Street, the traditional home of British journalism. Now, I've never actually worked on the actual street myself, but I do work for Fleet Street for national newspapers. And I've been here several times before, and there's a great history. And the one thing I've always noticed along Fleet Street is the clocks. Now, Fleet Street, it runs from Ludgate Circus in the east to Temple Bar in the west, and it's a nice little walk, takes you down along the Strand as well, beyond the end of the street. So we're going to take a look at the clocks, and the first one is coming up, and it's the clock from the old Daily Telegraph office, and it is quite ornate and colourful. And you can see some of the fantastic detail of this magnificent timepiece. This clock sits at St Dunstan's Court. Well, the clock behind me belongs to St Dunstan in the West Church, but the building next door is DC Thompson, the publishers of the Beano and the Sunday Post newspaper, among others. It's one of the most colourful buildings on Fleet Street, and it's well worth a visit. In fact, Dennis the Menace, one of the Beano's main characters, appears to be in residence. Well, as I pass 187 Fleet Street, I think it's time for me to have a spot of lunch. See you in a mo. Bring forward, fall back, goes the saying. But why do we put the clocks forward and back? In the UK, the practice of putting the time forward 1 hour was introduced in 1916. As a way of creating extra daylight in the evening. British summertime was born. During the Second World War, the clocks were advanced 2 hours of Greenwich Mean Time in an experiment known as British Double Summer Time, with them being kept 1 hour forward of GMT in autumn. And in March 1968, they were put forward 1 hour as usual, but not put back until October 1971. Because the UK is a relatively long and thin country, the sunrise and sunset times vary greatly from north to south and east to west. In the Shetland Islands, the most northerly outpost of Scotland, the sun does not rise until 9:09 a.m. on several days in December. Over the years, there have been calls to keep the UK in BST all year round, or even reintroduce British double summertime. Whether anything ever changes will be, well, just a matter of time. Slow down, time. Calm down. Relax. I spend you. I waste you. I can't seem to save you. You care not if I burn the house or the toast. You care not if a war is raging, or a storm is brewing, or the sun is shining. You care not if I am early or late, and you never wait for me. You pass by unnoticed, until I spy a clock or calendar reminding me of what I've lost. The end so much closer, the beginning so much harder to recall. Be still, time, so I can catch my breath.
Thanks for watching our show today. If you like what you see, please subscribe.
Yes, do please subscribe. I mean, really, please subscribe. Got some time on your hands for the last part of the episode? Now, here we go. Well, I'm now passing the Royal Courts of Justice, and there is a magnificent clock here as well. And of course at the law courts they serve up a very different kind of time. Well, we're now on our way to our final destination. Well, we're at Seven Dials in the heart of the West End. Now, it gets its name because 7 roads lead off this landmark. You can look up and admire its beautiful sundial, even on a day like this when the sun isn't shining. And that's all we've got time for today. Get it? Don't forget to put your clocks forward 1 hour tonight if you're in the UK, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.